Who are you?
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
From classics to modern luxury, Kendrick Lamar's car collection is just as iconic as his music. But one ride stands out above the rest. The legendary 1987 Buick GNX, making headlines for being featured at the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show.
We go body for body, I hand you a body, I'm probably a better masseuse. Really don't bother nobody, but they run it by me if I gotta clear out the room. You would not get the
Ready to dive into the garage of a rap legend? Number 1. 1992 Cadillac Seville. Kendrick Lamar's 1991 Cadillac Seville is a ride that tells a story. You might be wondering, out of all the flashy cars he could have picked, why did he go for a Seville? Well, this isn't just about horsepower or a shiny exterior. It's about style, legacy, and staying true to his roots.
It was my pop's 92 Cadillac with the Lamborghini doors on it. He took the regular doors off and threw it. Look, that's why the homies laughing right now, because they know I pulled up in the studio. He's either that.
J-Rock, come here.
Before continuing with Kendrick Lamar's jaw-dropping collection, make sure you're subscribed and have those notifications turned on. Under the hood, this baby's got a 4.9-liter V8, pushing out 200 horsepower. Now, it's not the fastest thing on the block, but that's not the point. It's about that smooth, laid-back ride, the kind where you lean back, arm out the window, just taking it all in. It's about style and class without screaming for attention. Inside, Cadillac didn't hold back on luxury. It has leather bucket seats with power adjustments and plenty of room to stretch out, even in the back where the bench was contoured just right for two. The dash was redesigned for a clean, unified look with all the controls right at your fingertips. This Seville marked a turning point for Cadillac. In 1992, they were shaking off the dust of the past and aiming to be the standard of the world once again. The Seville led that charge with its crispy styling and Euro-inspired details. It wasn't flashy, but it had that cool, confident look that told you it didn't need to be. Number 2. 1964 Chevy Impala. The 64 Impala is legendary. Why? Because it was everything at once. A luxury cruiser, a muscle car, and a boulevard king. Back in the 60s, this was the ride everyone wanted. It was nearly as classy as a Cadillac, but at a price regular folks could afford. It gave you that feeling of living the high life without emptying your wallet. You could go from a respectable 140 horsepower all the way up to a jaw-dropping 430. And that sound? The unmistakable growl that lets everyone know you've arrived. You can't talk about the 64 Impala without mentioning its influence on music. From West Coast rap to old school funk, this car was part of the soundtrack. It was in the music videos, on the album covers, and in the lyrics. It wasn't just a car, it was a part of the culture. That's why it makes sense for Kendrick to have one in his collection. It's a link to his roots, to the streets of Compton where lowriders were more than just rides, they were symbols of pride and identity. By owning one, he's not just flexing his style, he's paying respect to the culture that raised him. Number 3. 1990 Cadillac Brougham. The Cadillac Brougham is the epitome of Cadillac luxury. Big, bold, and unmistakably American. This was the kind of car that made a statement before you even stepped out of it. It was designed for those who wanted to ride in style. These beauties were known as the most luxurious owner-driven Cadillac sedans, showcasing the brand's unmatched prestige. Back in the day, Cadillac was the standard of the world, and the Brougham was its crown jewel. This beast packs a powerful 5.7-liter V8 engine. These cars are practically bulletproof when it comes to maintenance. Keep the oil changed, use fresh premium spark plugs, rotate the tires, and replace the air filters regularly. The Brougham will outlast you. That's the magic of the 5.7-liter V8. It's efficient, reliable, and powerful enough to move this luxury behemoth easily. It's no stretch to say that this is one of GM's best V8 engines. Visually, the 1990 Cadillac Brougham was a masterpiece. Up front, it sports composite single headlamps and a newly textured grille that exudes international elegance. The front bumper wraps all the way around to the fender wells, giving the car a sleek and cohesive look. The body side cladding adds substance, making this version stand out from its predecessors. Number 4. 2018 Land Rover Range Rover Sport. The 2018 Range Rover Sport is more than a pretty face. It's a beast with a pedigree. It packs a 3-liter supercharged V6 engine, cranking out 340 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque. That's enough power to launch this heavyweight from 0 to 60 in just 6.3 seconds. Impressive, right? If you crave even more thrill, the HSE model ups the ante with 380 horsepower. But this isn't just about speed. The Range Rover Sport is built to conquer any terrain. With 4-wheel drive as standard and the terrain response off-road driving mode, it's ready for everything from city streets to muddy trails. Imagine cruising down the highway, then veering off-road without a second thought. This SUV handles it all with grace. The interior is luxurious. We're talking about grained leather seats, a 16-way adjustable heated front seat, and 3-zone climate control. That's just the starting point. The SV Autobiography Dynamic model is where it gets fancy. Think quilted and perforated semi-aniline leather seats, 24-way heated and cooled massaging front seats, and executive class power recline heated and cooled rear seats. It's like sitting in a first-class lounge on wheels. Number 5. 2018 Mercedes G-Wagon. This rugged beauty started as a German military vehicle and evolved into a symbol of luxury and power. The G-Wagon hides a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 engine that cranks out 380 horsepower and 391 pound-feet of torque. It rockets from 0 to 60 in just 5.7 seconds. Not bad for something that looks like it could plow through a brick wall, right? If that's not enough, there's the AMG G63 with a 5.5-liter V8 producing a jaw-dropping 563 horsepower and 561 pound-feet of torque. But Kendrick's choice is more than just about horsepower, it's about capability. The G-Wagon comes with a permanent 4-wheel drive, 3 locking differentials, and a 7-speed automatic transmission. It's built to climb mountains, cross rivers, and navigate deserts. If you want to take it to the extreme, there's the G550 4x4 Squared. This beast has portal axles for a whopping 17.2 inches of ground clearance. That's almost knee-high. Imagine the places you could go without even scratching the undercarriage. Inside the G-Wagon, it's all luxury. It's wrapped in Nappa leather, with 10-way power heated and ventilated front seats, heated rear seats, and ambient lighting. Every touchpoint is premium, and the doors close with that signature bank vault thunk that only Mercedes can pull off. Let's not overlook the dual side exit exhaust system that gives this SUV a growl. It's music to any car enthusiast's ears. Number 6. The 1987 Buick GNX. At this very moment, Buick is cooler than it's been in decades, and we have Kendrick Lamar to thank for that. Did you happen to catch the Super Bowl 59 halftime show?
They acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off.
Right there on stage, gleaming under the lights, was a stunning black Buick GNX, looking every bit as menacing and magnificent as it did back in '87. And it wasn't just a prop. It wasn't just some random muscle car. It was the car, the legendary 1987 Buick GNX. If that doesn't get your heart racing, I don't know what will. Kendrick's love for this car isn't just for show. He owns one, number 191 out of just 547 ever built. That's right, he got one of the rarest muscle cars in existence sitting in his garage. His connection to the GNX goes deep. You see, Kendrick's dad drove a Buick Regal when he brought newborn Kendrick home from the hospital in 1987, the same year Buick unleashed the GNX. This isn't just a car to Kendrick, no wonder he named his last album after it. The GNX packed a 3.8-liter turbocharged V6 with a special Garrett T3 turbocharger featuring a ceramic impeller. Officially, it was rated at 276 horsepower and 360 pound-feet of torque. But here's the secret. Buick was playing it cool. This beast was cranking out well over 300 horsepower. Back in '87, it was even quicker down the quarter mile than a Ferrari F40. Yeah, you heard that right. A Buick was outrunning Ferraris. How's that for a plot twist? The GNX was a head-turner at the Super Bowl, but Kendrick didn't stop there. He used a gutted GNX as part of his stage set, with dancers crawling up through the car to perform. It was wild. Fans are still debating whether it was a rebadged Grand National or an actual GNX. Either way, it stole the show and reminded everyone just how cool Buick can be. That wraps up our tour of Kendrick Lamar's incredible classic car collection. Which one blew your mind the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear which ride you'd want to take for a spin. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of luxury and nostalgia, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you're always in the loop for more exclusive content. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.